Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. Today we're doing a Let's Play Don't Scream in VR using the Unreal Engine VR Injector by PrayDog. And obviously, as you guys may know, Don't Scream is a non-VR game. But the reason we're able to play it in VR now is because it's in the Unreal Engine 5. And the Unreal Engine VR Injector allows you to play many Unreal Engine VR games in VR. Now it does have motion controller support. I'm not using motion controllers, I'm using keyboard and mouse actually. But it does support motion controllers. With some games you're able to get 3 degrees of freedom motion controls. And this game is a game where you're supposed to last for 18 minutes without screaming, so you do need to have your microphone calibrated correctly or else you'll get game over. I'm on an RTX 3080 on the MetaQuest 3 using Link People, and I have it set to medium graphics. On high, I was just getting very low frame rates. On medium, I'm getting about 60 frames per second, so pretty steady 60 frames per second. Obviously, it does vary a bit around 60, but pretty much at 60. And at high, I was just getting like 36, 35, 32, so it was very variable as well. So I think medium is the happy place to get the best visuals along with the acceptable performance. Let's go ahead though and let's just play. And we're at 18 minutes. And like I said, the whole point of this game is to not scream for 18 minutes. Now, I had to lower the microphone all the way down to 1% because I was getting lots of game overs just from me talking. So I've tried to do videos before while I'm talking, and I would get game overs. And I think a lot of that has to do with the poor quality of the Quest 3 microphone. So that's why I have it set at a very low, or I guess maybe high threshold, but 1%, I really have to scream in order to get the game over. But that's fine. You're not even seeing me. You're not even seeing the microphone register on there, which is pretty weird. It should register. Okay, there you saw it register. So you know the microphone works. But no, I really have to scream in order to get the game over. But I want to last the full 18 minutes for this video. You know, that's what she said. And there are some things to know though before you try to play this in VR using the Unreal Engine VR Injector. First of all, I am using OpenXR as a setting on the Unreal Engine VR Injector. And I guess all the information is on the Flat2VR Discord. So there's a Flat2VR community, and they have a Discord channel. And there's a lot of valuable information on VR mods, including the Unreal Engine VR Injector, and I highly recommend it. And I'll put a link in the video description for the Unreal Engine VR Injector download, but also some information on the Flat2VR community. And that's where I got the information for Don't Scream and what I needed to do to get the best. That is pretty chilling, actually. Like I said, though, motion controls are supported on the Unreal Engine VR Injector, but I'm using keyboard and mouse. I don't think you need... I don't really think motion controls do anything for this game, really. But on some games, the motion controls are acceptable. I'm not sure they'll ever be quite as good as a native VR game, but for some of them, they're pretty good. But for this game, I don't think it makes any difference. So I'm using keyboard and mouse, and all you do is walk around for 18 minutes and don't scream. I think we'll easily do that, especially since the microphone, I really have to scream for me to lose. So I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen. So I've lost before, but that's just because, like I said, I was talking, and I would just be like game over all of a sudden. I think the microphone on the Quest is just really bad. Now, I will say that I've gotten different experiences many different times that I played this. Like, I've been going through a graveyard. So I've been seeing different stuff. But you'll eventually start seeing some of the same things. So I don't want to say it's different each time, but it's been different enough for me to play it multiple times. It's only 18 minutes though, so keep that in mind. This is one of those games that's just, it's at the edge of technology with the Unreal Engine 5 and the visuals. And I really believe this experience was built for VR. And there is a VR folder in the game. I had to delete it in order to get this to work correctly. So what happened when I first started the Unreal Engine 5 is I would get a black screen. So this game wouldn't start. But I deleted the VR folder and I was able to start correctly after that. There's some pretty sick stuff here. But I think this shows the power of PCVR. And that's what I don't like that's happened with the Quest. Now, don't get me wrong. I love that Meta supported VR. And they've really done a great job with standalone VR. But it's had a negative effect on PCVR, unfortunately. And I think if you love VR, all I have to tell all those people on the Meta Quest standalone who've never experienced PCVR is that you are missing out. Like, I have a Quest 2 and Quest 3. I had an Oculus Rift as well. And I've enjoyed the content on Meta. Excellent content. I'm a big fan of Asgard's Wrath 1 and 2. Some really good games are there, but unfortunately, if you're on MetaQuest only, standalone, you're missing out on some great visual experiences in PCVR. Mind-blowing ones. You just can't get this on the Quest standalone. not something like this. So if you love VR and you have the means to do so, please, at least get an RTX 3080, but you probably want a 4090 at this point. They are expensive, but like I said, if you have the means and you love VR, then definitely support PCVR. It needs as many people playing PCVR. And I think you'll notice right away just the difference in visual fidelity. Even from the Quest 3 to PCVR, the standalone, there's a big difference. Although Red Matter 2 and Assassin's Creed have really pushed the envelope and brought Quest 3 games closer to PCVR. PCVR is where you get the absolute best VR experiences, bar none. Vertigo 2 was my VR game of the year for 2023. And, it just, to get it to run on the Quest 3 standalone, there would just have to be so many compromises to it. By the way, I do not scare easily, so if you don't see me screaming, what's up?
Oh.
Yeah, where's your head? With the feet on the air, your head on the ground. Try this trick and spin it, your head will collapse. I'm very happy this Unreal Engine VR Injector was released by PrayDog. So a million thanks to PrayDog and his team. They've done a wonderful job bringing this to VR. They've done more for PCVR than actually Valve has done since they released Half-Life Alyx. Now I do hope that Valve releases their Steam Decker to help PCVR. And maybe with that release, maybe PCVR can start gaining a foothold. But I think this, when people look back at the history of VR, this Unreal Engine VR Injector is going to be the thing that really pushes VR forward. That, there's going to be lots of videos, lots of content of people playing with the Unreal Engine VR Injector, and there's going to be interest in PCVR. And people who weren't interested in VR before are going to look at these videos. They're going to be like, you know what? That's the apex of gaming. That's the forefront of gaming. I need to, invest in that. I need to get myself a VR headset. So I think when people look back at the Universal Engine VR Injector, that's going to be the thing that really is a system seller for VR, especially for PCVR. I really think it will be. And, like I said, I think with time there's just going to be a lot more videos. I'm not the biggest channel, so probably not my video, but somebody else. Some of these big time content creators, they're going to have videos of them playing. I'm not really scared of spiders, to be honest with you guys. Spiders are good for our environment. They're part of nature's cycle. They get rid of other pests. I actually think when it's completely dark, like now, are the scariest parts of this experience. And then you're just totally blind, and just like at the mercy of the light coming back on. Babies crying are also very scary to me. So two scary things there: the dark and a baby crying. Those scared me. The spiders, the headless people, big scary monsters, that's nothing for me. But total darkness where you're just totally discombobulated and a baby crying, now that's scary. Yeah, I think Don't Scream, like I said, is perfect for VR. I don't know if the developers of the game plan to bring official VR support, but I would actually enjoy that. Especially if they could improve performance and add some native VR interactions, And like I said, I played this, I want to say I played this like 5 different times today, and each time I was seeing different stuff. And I have seen some things though, not everything is entirely new, but enough variety that it's worth it to go on different runs, see what else is out there. Like I said, I did lower the That was very loud. That was very loud. Wow. I did lower the microphone sensitivity because I was getting game overs without really screaming. So I lowered it to the lowest possible without just completely muting it. So hopefully the video sound comes out correctly. Like I said, the Quest 3 has a terrible microphone, so I do apologize. But I do enjoy this game, and I just think it's so much better in VR. Like I said, I played this in non-VR, and in non-VR it has like film grain, it has all these other effects. Not to try to give it the best look, but in VR, it just looks good. And it's just so much more immersive. After playing this in VR, I don't want to play this in Pancake ever. Once you've had this in VR, you just can't go back to Pancake gaming. And like I said, this is with keyboard and mouse, not even with like room scale or motion controls. Have we already been here? Yeah, we've already been here. Okay, we just did like a little circle around. Okay. Okay, so where else can we go? It's a little dark. That's weird. That's the first time that's ever happened to me where I do like a circle around. I'm not sure how that happened. Let's go this direction though. Let's go on the other side. We don't have much time though, so I don't know how far we're gonna be able to get, but this is the one direction we haven't gone. Or at least that I know. It's a pretty big map, so I'm sure there's lots of stuff we missed. Okay, so we're pretty much blocked in over here. We can't really go that way. We're almost at the end of the game as well. Like I said, I'll put a link to the Unreal Engine VR Injector. I'll put some information on the Flat2VR community. and also some information on how I got this running. Obviously, with an RTX 3080, there's only so much I can do. With a 4090, this probably looks much better. I didn't do anything with resolution scale. By the way, the Unreal Engine VR Injector has several things you can do to improve the image quality, but I didn't do any of that, so keep that in mind as well. Hello. We're gonna win. There's only 30 seconds. I think they're gonna try to throw everything at me now. You know, everything in the kitchen sink to try to get me to scream, but that's not gonna happen. I don't scare. Maury Povich saying, "You're the father." Now that would be scary. Yeah. Nah, not today. Not today. No, thank you. Yeah, no, that's not gonna scare me. So we survived. We survived. It's daytime now. We're safe. We made it. 18 minutes. And the only thing we did was a circle. I don't know how that happened. Like I said, that's never happened to me before. But yeah, this is Don't Scream in VR. Using the... Yes, I know. I'm made of steel. I don't scare easily. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. And like I said, please support PCVR. We need your support. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.